Hello friends, I am Aditi. Today I am going to read a fiction book to you named Forever is Just a While, whose author is SHUBHAM SINHA. Chapter 11 The Ring. Let's go towards Kaki Road. The road around there is pretty vacant. We can ride freely there, Sanskriti said. I picked her up from Argora Chowk. She had only 2 hours with her. So we decided to drive aimlessly on the streets, and after that we planned to go to CCD. Yeah, okay, hang on. As I revved up the speed, Sanskriti put her arms around my back. I felt a tickle in my stomach. She did this every time we were driving. Hey, what if we die in an accident right now? What will our parents think? We both have told them that we are going for our coaching classes, I said jokingly while driving. At least we will die together, she replied in a serious tone. I was joking, I said. Okay, tell me, if you are given an option, how would you like to die? She asked. What type of question is this? I don't know. Maybe whichever is less painful, I replied with confusion. No, give me an answer, for example, like by drowning or by heart attack, etc. She said. How do you even think of these kind of questions? It really needs a lot of talent, I replied while laughing. You talked about death, so this question just came to my mind. So now just tell me, she said. First you tell me, I replied. I'd like to die in sleep. Like, sometimes old people die in their sleep without any pain. It will be peaceful, I guess. Now your turn, she said. I would like to die by saving someone's life. I mean, if I would have been given an option, as you said, if I'll have to die, then why not save someone's life before that? I said. Wow, I never thought of it like that, she replied. By the way, if you'll ever leave me, then I'll die for sure, I said. That won't ever happen. I'll never leave you, sweetheart. Don't worry, she replied. We were riding on Kake Road towards the outskirts of Ranchi. There were hills on both sides of the road and it became a little windy after a while. We felt a chill as we entered that area. Sanskriti clutched her arms around me more tightly. We enjoyed the scenery for some time. Then we left from there as we had to reach CCD. But all that talking of death got me thinking about something. Next day, Sanskriti told me in school that she did not have any tuition that day, so she could meet me instead. But I refused. I have some important work today, I said. What important work? This is the first time you are refusing to meet me. You always complain that I don't give you enough time. Are you alright? She joked. Actually, today I have to take my mom to the market. She has to shop for something, so I'll have to take her there, I explained. I knew that I needed some time alone if I'll have to work out what I planned. Okay, as you wish. Anyway, I also have a lot of work to do today, so I'll also be a bit busy. She said. I felt she doesn't like it that I refused to meet her today. But what to do? I just had to wait for tomorrow. I convinced her to that we will meet tomorrow. In evening, I went to Main Road and bought something for her. Why did you suddenly plan to see this movie? I don't even like these kinds of films, Sanskriti asked when I picked her up from Argora Chowk. I planned to see The Hobbit with her and she did not like it. There are 2 reasons for why I picked that movie. First, that movie was on its last week in theatres, so there would be very less people. Lesser the people, better it is for what I plan to do. And second, older people don't watch these types of English movie. There would be mostly teenagers there. Nothing, I just want to see it. My friends told me it's a great movie. I bet you'll like it too, I said. We took the tickets and sat on our seats. The movie started. It was the first movie we came to watch together. I put my hand on the back of her seat. She automatically put her head on my shoulder, so I put my hand around her. It was a nice feeling. My friends told me that it was really a very good movie, but my mind was somewhere else. I was thinking about how to do what I planned. I was very nervous. I checked my pocket for the 5th time to make sure the thing was still there. After an hour, it was interval. Do you want something to eat? I asked Sanskriti. No, I am not hungry, she replied. Okay, I want popcorn. Let's go and get it, I said. She was coming with me, but when we reached near the screen, I held her hand and stopped her. What happened? She asked with a confused look. I held her hand and sat on one knee. She was shocked to see me like that, and when I looked towards the seats, everyone was now looking towards us with surprise on their faces. I became even more nervous. Still, I started speaking. Sanskriti, all my life. Just as I started speaking, she interrupted in between. Shabd, what are you doing? Just listen what I have to say and don't interrupt this time, I said. All my life I have waited patiently for a goddess like you. So beautiful, so lovely. Words can't express the way I feel. These feelings towards you are all for real. Why do I love you? I can't think of why, unless it's the sweet way that you make me sick with pleasure and rapture, emotion and bliss. Each time you hold me to give me a kiss. Your voice and your laugh, and I love your dear face, and I know no one else could take your place. May I be your sweetheart for eternal time. Answer me, will you forever be mine? And after that, I pulled out the ring from my pocket which I bought the previous day. I was waiting for her to say anything, but she was stunned at the place where she was standing. There were tears in her eyes. Say something, I said. There were mostly couples. Everyone was watching us. Some of them are whistling from behind. Suddenly I heard a voice of a girl from people. Say yes! And after that, everyone started shouting, say yes. Yes, and I love you too. Finally, Sanskriti replied. I slid the ring into her finger. She hugged me when I stood back on my legs. Then finally we sat in our seats and movie started. Why did you do all this? And why the ring? She asked. Tomorrow, I don't know what will happen. I don't know I'll even be alive or not. Don't utter such things. Nothing will ever happen to you. She interrupted me in between. Okay, but let me complete. See, we don't know what will happen tomorrow, but I know one thing very clearly now. I can't live without you. I want to spend my whole life with you. I want to grow old with you. I want to marry you when the day comes. So by sliding the ring into her finger, I wanted to express that I am engaged with you now. I don't want to lose you. Ever. So I made our relationship even more concrete by doing this. I explained her. Oh my God, you are such a sweetheart. I can't believe you love me so much. But in engagement, a girl should also give the ring to the boy. So I'll also give you a ring, she said. Okay, I said happily. By the way, that poem was awesome, she said while watching movie. It has to be. It took me 2 hours to write it, I said. Wow, you wrote it by yourself? You're so sweet, she said and just kissed me on my lips. Then she pulled out the ring from her finger. You keep it with you now. Tomorrow we will exchange our rings and then that will be a proper engagement, she said while laughing. Next day, as planned, we did our so-called engagement. I was feeling on top of the world. My life felt complete with her. At night, when we were talking on phone, I said, if ever you will feel that our relationship is not working, if ever you will have problems with me, if ever you will think of giving up on me, at that time just look at the ring which I gave you for once and think about what you mean to me. That won't ever happen, baby. I don't ever leave you. We will be together forever, she replied. Okay, I said. Now let us sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, sweetie. Love you, she replied. Good night, love you too, I said and disconnected the call. I closed my eyes and let the darkness take over me, waiting for the sunshine to come with even better days with Sanskriti. Chapter 12. Birthday. You know my birthday is coming, I said to Sanskriti when we were in CCD one evening. Yes, I know. You are telling this to me for the 10th time and today, she said laughing. Actually, every year I used to get excited from a month before my birthday. I used to plan with my mom about what she would prepare on my birthday and whom we would invite to our home for party. Mom used to arrange a party and I invited my friends. This year I was double excited because I was with the girl whom I loved so much. So I asked mom that I want to throw a party in a restaurant for my friends as I was grown enough to have a party outside my home. I convinced her about this somehow. Yeah, so what? I am so excited, I said while making a face to her. Yes, I know. But there are 15 more days to come. Sometimes you behave like kid, she said and we both started laughing. Our coffee arrived and while laughing my hand bumped with cup and a little hot coffee spilled on my fingers. It felt like something pressed through my skin. Oh shit! Only this came out of my mouth. I felt sharp pain rising through my fingers. Oh my god, Shabd, what did you do? Sanskriti shouted, as if it were her fingers and not mine. It's nothing. It's just, I was saying, then she just snapped. You shut up. What nothing? Your fingers are burned. It must be paining like hell. Why don't you do anything carefully? I told you so many times to take care of yourself. You are always so careless. She was saying all this non-stop while wiping the coffee by a napkin over my fingers. Just stay here. I will be back in a minute, she said while standing from her chair. But where are you going? I asked. Just stay. She ordered me and left from the room. I saw her going to the medical shop on the other side of the road. I just sat there holding my hands and taking a few sips of coffee. It did hurt more at the time when coffee slipped, but after some time pain subsided, and at that time I was feeling nothing. But the burnt area had turned a little pale by that time. Sanskriti came back running with a tube of ointment in her hand. Show me where it hurt, she said. Actually, it's not really hurting anymore. You keep calm, I said. Oh my god, the skin has got white there. You don't say anything, Sab. She ordered me to shut up once again and applied ointment on my fingers. I was actually very happy from inside. I never really experienced this type of special treatment from anyone apart from my family. A little burn on my fingers and she became so hysterical about it. She cared for me so much and it reflected in her behavior. I really loved it. After applying ointment on my fingers, we drank our coffee very quietly. Her mood was not good. I was looking at her face. So beautiful and so innocent and so in love with me. What more could a guy ask for? We stood to leave, but I stopped her. Hey, I forgot to tell you an important thing, I said. What? She asked. My birthday is coming, I replied with a grin. Sobbed. Shut up and let's go now. Her smile was back on her face. One day was to go for my birthday and I was begging Sanskriti to tell me what my gift was, but she was not even giving me a single clue about it. It was not fair really. I mean, if you don't want to tell someone about their gift, you don't mention anything about it at all. But she was like, I have a surprise for you. But when I got all excited, she was not giving me any detail. We were texting each other at night and she said that she will wish me birthday before anyone else. But she was worried that what if anyone will call me before her. So she called me 2 minutes before 12 o'clock. Then at 12 she wished me, Happy birthday baby. I am really blessed to have you in my life, as nothing could be more special than the day when you came into this world. Thank you, sweetie, and I wish to be with you for all my life. That's it. I didn't go to school that day. I planned to go to Kaveri restaurant for lunch and I invited Virat and Gaurav, and of course I had to pick Sanskriti from her home. So what's my gift? I asked Sanskriti when she sat on the back seat. Patience, baby. You will know when the time comes, she replied. When we reached the restaurant, Virat and Gaurav had already arrived. So we booked a table and took our seat. They both wished me. So you got your gift? Gaurav asked. Not now. And don't you tell him anything. Sanskriti snapped in between. Okay, I am not saying anything, Virat replied. What the hell? He also knows about it? Dude, come on, tell me, I said. Sorry bro, she will kill me if I utter a word about it, he replied. We had lunch and we left the restaurant in an hour. Now where? I asked Sanskriti when Virat and Gaurav left in their bike. Wait a second, she said and took out her cell and started calling someone. Disha, everything set? Okay, we were coming, she said to someone on phone. She cut the call. Let's go to Sehjanand Chowk. I'll tell you when to stop, she said while climbing on back seat of my scooty. I was unable to understand what was happening, so I just followed her order. There. Yeah, stop right outside that flat, she said while signaling towards an apartment. It was an 8-storied building painted in white and blue. I stopped my vehicle near the entrance of the apartment. What's going on? Will you tell me? I asked. Wait, just a little, please, she said. A girl came out from the entrance gate and smiled at us. I recognized her from the school. I saw her with Sanskriti a few times. She led us in the apartment. Go to the top floor. I have put the entire thing there, she whispered to Sanskriti. Hey, happy birthday, she said while leaving. Oh, thank you, I replied confusingly. Who was that? I asked Sanskriti while we were in lift. Disha, a friend of mine. Say in economics section, she lives on the third floor, she replied. Then why are we going to the top floor? I asked. Stop asking questions and follow me, she ordered. We reached the top floor. There were stairs leading to the terrace, but before that there was an empty area near the gate of the terrace. Wait here, she ordered me and went near the gate. She came back with a black forest cake in her hand. Happy birthday, sweetheart, she said. I cut the cake. And this is your gift, she said while taking out a white colored sweater with the black strips from the plastic. Oh my god, it's the same sweater, I remembered. It was the same sweater which we saw while hanging around in a mall few days back. I liked that sweater, but I told Sanskriti that my mom wouldn't buy it as I had bought a sweater few days ago itself. Sanskriti, it was very costly. How did you? I started questioning her, but she cut me in between. I had some savings. You don't worry about it. Do you like it or not? Tell me first. And why are you holding it? Just put it on. Let's see how it will look on you. Be quick, she said while jumping. She was excited even more than me, as if it was her birthday. It was a costly sweater and she was in 11th grade at that time, so arranging that amount of money was quite a big deal. Only one person did something like this for me, once Vani. I put on the sweater. Wow, it looks really nice on you, she said while smiling. Thank you so much for this, I said. There's one more thing for you, she said while trying to suppress her smile. What? I asked. Wait and close your eyes, she said. Oh, come on, what is this? Tell me already, will you? I said while making face. Just do what I'm saying, please sharp and no cheating, okay? Just close your eyes, she said. Before closing my eyes, I saw her picking up something from the plastic she bought my sweater in. Now open your eyes, she said. I opened my eyes and I was awestruck to see her like that. She was on her knees and there was a red rose in her hand. Shubbed Sahai, I love you more than anyone in this whole world. I want to spend my whole life with you. Please don't ever leave me, and if you will, then I'll have to kill you. Just kidding, but if you will leave me ever again, seriously, I'll die without you. And by saying this, she gave that rose to me. I was very surprised by this. No one did anything like this for me ever before. She really loved me. Truly, I got her up from knees and hugged her very tightly. I promise you that I'll never leave you, even if one day your love will fade, even if one day you yourself will tell me to leave you. I promise I won't leave you. I'll keep loving you forever. Even after I die, I said. A teardrop fell down from the corner of her eyes. Don't worry, baby. We will always be together. Come on, don't cry now. It's my birthday, I said while wiping her tears. Okay, I don't cry now. One more thing. Disha lives on third floor, okay? And this floor and the floor under it is vacant. No one lives there right now. So I arranged this place for us so that we can have some private time here. This was another surprise for you, she said. She was blushing so much while saying that she was not even making eye contact with me. Wow, great, I said happily. I held her chin up, making her see in my eyes, and then our lips touched. Our lips started moving in rhythm. It lasted for 2 minutes. I didn't want to do anything which she didn't want, but she nodded her head in giving me response to go ahead. After around 45 minutes, we put our clothes on and we sat on stairs and she was in my arms. It was my best birthday and the best day ever. Thank you so much for making this day so special for me, I said to her. I am glad you liked it, baby, she replied while kissing on my lips. We decided to leave after that as it was already 7 p.m. So I dropped her near her home on my way back. From where did this sweater come? Mom asked the moment I entered home. Virat and Gaurav gifted me. It's looking nice now, I asked. I thought about it with Sanskriti that what I had to say to Mom about the sweater. Yeah, looks good on you, she said. Dee came to home from Kolkata that day itself. She was staring at me with suspicion. She knew about me and Sanskriti. Sanskriti gave it to you, right? She asked just as I entered my room. Yes, and this too, I said while showing her the rose. Then I told her about how Sanskriti gave it to me on her knees and all. Don't tell mom, I said to thee. Yeah, okay. Make sure you follow my orders, she replied with a wicked smile on her face. I knew I was doomed. That night, after talking to Sanskriti, I was thinking that she loves me so much and so truly. She makes me complete. She cares about me. She takes care of all my needs like her own. What more could any more want? I was happiest person in the world. My life was complete. I just had to wait for the day I'll make her mine, when I'll marry her. With these thoughts, I slept that night. It was the perfect sleep I got after a long time. I sleep a sleep of satisfaction. So, this is the part 1 consisting of 2 chapters. I hope you liked it and it is understandable to you. Thank you so much for listening it, and next 2 chapters will be uploaded tomorrow at 10 pm. Till then, like, share, subscribe and support me. Thank you.